I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 154 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your host, Kam.
I'm your host, Flowz.
And you know the drill by now, guys. My usual housekeeping message before we start the episode. Please head over to SZN Pod or SZN Podcast. Link in the bio of both of those pages, which are Instagram and Twitter pages. And there's that link will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you like your audio, we've got the Spotify, Apple Podcast links there. If you like the video, YouTube channel is also there as well. So make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. Flowz, how are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. What you say?
Yeah, very, very busy weekend. Tired, but always got to make time for boxing, as you know. This was meant to be the preview pod for AJ versus Whyte II, which is meant to take place next week. However, Flowz, we find ourselves without a fight to discuss for next week because of the news. When did we get the news? I thought that we got on Saturday. It was Saturday.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yeah. So yesterday, yeah. So we got the news yesterday. Yeah. Statement put out by Matchroom. Funny enough, Sean sent me the statement first. And I was like, huh? Is this even real? And obviously I've gone to check the actual official Matchroom, and they're the ones that posted it. So the story is, guys, essentially due to what? Adverse findings.
Analytical.
Adverse analytical findings in Dillian Whyte's, I guess, blood samples. They found, traces of something essentially in there, which is why VADA they've rather reported that, and because of that, as a result, the fight has been cancelled with AJ. So make of that what you will, listeners. I guess it's our job to sort of talk about it and break it down, Flowz. So let's get straight into it. Flowz, thoughts on that straight away? Adverse analytical findings.
Yeah. So the statement was from Matchroom, which I find interesting. So this is a Nevada statement.
Yeah.
This is all we've got to go off is what a Matchroom have released.
Yes.
And they've clearly used those words, adverse analytical findings.
Very, very interesting choice of words as well.
Rather than saying he's failed a drugs test or any other terminology, that's the terminology they've gone with. Yeah. I think the general consensus is ignore the wording they've used. Dillian Whyte has failed his drugs test. And my initial reaction was like, no way. Because listeners, if you're familiar with Dillian Whyte's career, this is actually the third time now. He's
3 times. Yeah.
He's been popped but dirty, as they say. And while the first time, understandable, I think he used an over-the-counter substance.
Jack 3D. I'm very familiar with it. Yeah, he used Jack 3D. And obviously Jack 3D it's a pre-workout, essentially. Yeah. And obviously had some stuff in it that was banned by certain organizations and whatnot. He actually served a year ban for it actually. So you remember he's
So with that, you understand, okay, he wasn't intentionally trying to gain an advantage or whatever. These things happen.
Yes.
Sometimes you ingest substances which you think are fine, but they're not. Calm, let off the hook. Second time, it was the big before the Rivas fight, which wasn't even announced publicly. It just kind of came out, brushed under the carpet, came out that, they found some traces of something, and then a B sample cleared him, or I believe, or something of that. Yeah, something along those lines. One of these samples, they found traces of something. Yeah, and then the B sample kind of cleared him of that. So he's kind of been excused and let off the hook that time, or he's been proven innocent that time. So first time, understandable. Mistake. Second time, questionable, but kind of off the hook. Third time now. Now look, a lot of fighters go through their career without being popped at all. Some of them get popped once, and it's the mad thing they've done. But you're thinking now 3 times, and then this is your last chance saloon for you, really. It's just, to me, it just seems like you messed up, Dillian Whyte. Whether you're innocent, whether you're not, it's a huge L.
Thank you for saying that, Flowz, because that's what literally for me. It's so simple. He can go ahead and bust case with this one as well, just like he did with the Rivas situation, Flowz. But the point is, it's 3 times, bro. As in, this type of stuff taints you.
Yeah.
Because even with the Rivas situation, even though he bust case, people still call him a drug cheat off that, off rip. So when it's happening 3 times, and let's say you bust case 3 times, the point is you've been pinged 3 times. There's carelessness there. That's the bottom line of it for me, Flowz. It's carelessness. Whatever it is, this or that, intentional, unintentional. I don't care if someone's come and, slipped into your drink or something. It's why is it always you? It's carelessness. That's my issue with it. 3 times, Flowz.
Yeah.
As you said, some people get popped once, they never get popped again. So far, I'm going to assume Canelo's not going to get popped ever again. Even that one was hella questionable. But anyways, I'm sure we will never ever see Canelo popped again. But 3 times, it speaks to carelessness, Flowz, and me, Flowz, I'm not really one for reactionary statements or clickbait. But I can't lie, it's almost as if Dillian Whyte might have buried himself with this one, Flowz. I can't lie, because as you said, this was almost a last chance, not even just with the whole drug thing, last chance to lose, but last performance has been poor, boxing-wise. Fury was a non-performance. Franklin, we've said it many times, scary performance. Some people even saying this AJ fight really is a cash out for him because he knows he's not really going to go anywhere.
This is his last shot. This was
it. I remember you saying that really and truly the loser of this fight should really retire or consider retiring. So this is like a big last chance saloon for him in that sense, not just from VADA or testing standpoint, but just boxing standpoint in terms of where you see yourself in the heavyweight division. And this has happened.
Well, I'll add to that. In terms of win, lose, or draw, this fight was the last chance for him. Like last chance of a payday or his biggest payday. Of course, unless he wins, but even then, this was his shot. He's not going to get this shot again in terms of back in the big time leagues, back in the big paydays.
100.
And his last shot with the fans, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because right now, they're killing him.
It's sad as well, folks, because Whyte is someone we've really, really defended and rated on this pod, right? This is someone that is real, Flowz. The Americans, back in the clubhouse days, Flowz, the way they always killed, like, as in, they no one rated him. We were like telling people, like, he's a lot better than you think he is. You're actually underrating him. And we saw Dillian go from strength to strength and sort of get out of the mud. That sort of analogy. We use that term for him. So when you're seeing carelessness like this, man, it kind of hurts. And it's just like, damn, man. Like, we've defended you on this pod. We've gone to bat for you. And like I said, he can bust case, and this could be a legit reason as to why it's happened. But the point is, man, for me, Flowz, is why is it you, though? Always you. 3 times. 3. Yeah. Damn.
Look, the damage has been done, even at let's say he does bust case.
Yes.
Damage is still going to be there.
It taints you. It does actually taint you. Yeah.
And look, we don't know the substance. We know very little about what's happened. We don't know the substance. We don't know the situation at all. So I'll kind of reserve my judgment until all the facts come out in terms of saying.
Of course.
I won't say get him out the sport. I won't say
I'm not saying that either. We have to wait for wait for more information to be released. 100%.
So we need to, because right now we know very little. And it could be a mistake. It could be a mistake. But you're looking at this is VADA now. This ain't UCAD. Yeah. This ain't any of this is VADA, the most stringent testing. So yes, they could make mistakes, but I don't know. We'll find out more information. But for me, I feel sorry for the fans if you're going to that fight. I feel sorry for the people on the undercards because now the whole show's in jeopardy. I feel sorry for AJ. This is like the 3rd time someone's popped dirty via him, no?
Yeah, so Jarrell Miller.
Who did Takam have to replace? Takam had to replace Pulev. Was it Pulev?
Pulev, yeah. Pulev got pinged. Yep, Pulev.
Or was it Povetkin or Pulev? It was one.
Actually, I think it's Povetkin, you know.
Yeah.
But he went and fought Povetkin. Well, he fought both of them in the end, I guess.
Yeah, fought both of them in the end.
I know Povetkin has been
Povetkin was
pinged
pinged for Wilder.
Yeah.
For
Was it Wilder? Yeah, Povetkin's definitely been pinged before.
Yeah.
It might have been Pulev.
And now,
yeah.
Whyte. So it's looking like people are scared of AJ or something. They have to have something in this, or maybe people aren't doing VADA testing outside of the big AJ fights, and this is testament to AJ.
Yeah,
clean boxing. Who knows? But
he's got bad doing VADA testing.
Look, feel sorry for him because now he's gonna have to find a replacement or someone, and we know what happened last time.
Yikes!
I'm seeing Ruiz say, "Yeah, let's make it happen."
Ruiz added him straight away. But funny enough, Flowz, the one that I'm seeing, it was actually an interview from David Haye. Apparently, it's Chisora. According to David Haye, but obviously you take what David Haye says with a pinch of salt. But David Haye claims that Chisora had said a week ago that Whyte's going to fail a drugs test. And he literally said that apparently Derek said it told him a week ago that Whyte's going to fail. So I don't know whether or not that these lot have known about it for a week. Yeah. And obviously, Chisora being in boxing will hear certain information that the public is not privy to beforehand. But Haye claims that Chisora told him a week ago that Whyte's going to fail a drugs test and he's ready to step in, and he's basically negotiated to step in. Apparently, Chisora's been in camp and he's been training, and apparently Chisora is, according to Haye seemed pretty adamant that Chisora is the one that's going to step in to fight AJ. Yeah. Apparently.
It's interesting.
That's what David Haye said.
These two talk the most nonsense out of people in boxing. Haye and Chisora.
That's why I said take what Haye says with a pinch of salt, because Haye
Chisora said some crazy things in the past. Haye said some crazy things.
Yeah. But
Chisora and Gerald Washington recently got added to the cards.
Yes.
I think maybe this week, just this week, in fact.
Yeah.
And obviously, with Matchroom Eddie Hearn, they're on the ball with plan B in case something like this happens.
And
this card is stacked with heavyweight fights. You've got Johnny Fisher's on it.
You've got I'm pretty sure Hrgović and Dempsey. Apparently Hrgović, I think, has also mentioned that he wants to step in.
Yeah.
That one,
Hrgović and Dempsey.
I can't lie. That one shouldn't happen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah. Hrgović should step in for AJ's sake. I wouldn't recommend that one.
But I mean, in terms of value for the paying public,
people will pay to watch Chisora AJ, 100%.
That's probably even I'm talking about Hrgović AJ. It's probably. Well, actually, do the casuals know about
boxing? I was gonna say boxing heads, but casuals no. Chisora though, will easy. Bro, Chisora is a cult hero. The casuals are paid to watch Chisora AJ, even though it's this disgusting fight. People will watch that because underdog and Chisora last
Chisora wouldn't even try. I don't think Chisora would try. We just go there and collect the paycheck.
I trust, because they're actual boys. Like both Finchley Boxing Club and that, like they're actually proper boys. Like,
they've said they wouldn't fight. I'm sure they said they wouldn't fight anyway.
Chisora said he wouldn't fight AJ before.
That's why I don't think he's gonna try.
Yeah, I'm confused about that one, but Haye claims it's Chisora. Obviously we've seen Andy Ruiz at AJ. Hrgović, I think, he's also said something that he wants to step in. It's, as you say, Flo, it's card in jeopardy. It's a big shame for AJ as well. Boy, if Dillian Whyte is found guilty or whatever it is, Flows, they're obviously going to slap him with a ban. He might as well call it quits, right? If that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Because the ban will be probably a minute, because obviously, given that he served the ban already, they might take it into account. So I don't know about the length and that, but I don't know if it would be a Canelo slap on the wrist. I don't think Dillian Whyte's got that juice like that. So, boy, that could be the end of it. This could be career ending, potentially. Obviously, depending on what information we get and what the decision is with the boards and whatnot. And but it just seems sloppy, man. Optically, from this standpoint, it just seems a bit sloppy. That's happened to you 3 times now, man. And it's a big, big shame.
I didn't read Whyte's statement. I know he released a statement saying he's innocent.
I haven't read it yet either, actually.
I don't think I'm going to read it.
I'm going to assume it's the standard. Not true. I'm going to clear my name. Watch this. All that kind of stuff. Watch this space. Look, we have to talk about Flowz in terms of what make obviously people. I knew straight away when I saw that the bout got cancelled. Flowz, I think you knew what was coming in terms of the vitriol towards Eddie Hearn, because obviously we're fresh off a Conor Ben situation. And in
Which
terms
he's
of
been cleared of now.
which he's been cleared of, but obviously
Yeah.
the reaction there and whatever, and people are saying, oh, you know, super quick to shut down anything with regards to AJ, cancel that real quick, etc., etc. People are asking for differences or trying to get onto her and saying, oh yeah, you're happy for AJ to get cancelled straight away, but Ben, you was wishy-washy, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we knew, Flowz, we knew it was coming. We knew it was, people will be trying to get Eddie and Simon Jordan ready straight away onto him. We knew it was coming, right?
I've not seen Simon Jordan's comments, but would you want me to do? Not learn? What is his response to be the same as that response? Of course, it's not going to be the same.
It's a different situation. Like whether we cut and dice it, it's a different situation. That was Ben was UCAD. That was this is VADA. So it's two different organizations. And to be honest, it still speaks to the fact that Hearn has preached before that there needs to be one body for this drug stuff, Flowz.
Yeah.
Go with one. Or be under one body, whether it's VADA or whatever it is, stick to those rules. Everyone falls under that same banner, as opposed to having different people who have different banned substances, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it just makes it less messy. And for when things like this happen, there's less backlash and vitriol, all that kind of stuff. That's what I feel about it.
Yeah. Look, at least give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he's learned from that situation or whatever. But yeah, it's it's a peak one, because now, to be honest with Dillian Whyte, I think he could serve the ban and then just do a mad thing when he comes back. I think he can come back and maybe fight like other drug cheats, Jerome Miller.
I said other drug cheats.
Look,
Flowz, he's still trying to do his drug Olympics thing.
look, if they set up just a promotional company or something for drug cheats, I'm trying to see it. Because make it 20 round fights.
You're actually
rounds.
Flowz, you're actually trying to see a murder. That's what you're trying to see, bro. You're trying to see.
Look, we spoke about this before. I think we had Ruben on the podcast as well, when we talked about everyone tries to gain an advantage, whether legitimately or illegitimately.
Yeah.
Let's say legitimately, for example, they're all taking substances which improve performance, improve recovery, improve strength, stamina. They're all doing whatever you can on the legal side.
Yes.
So there's substance intake, there's all this stuff naturally to improve performance. That's all happening. And if you have better coaches, better resources, you'll get better substances or better science or whatever. So that's what's happening. Everyone's trying to gain an inch. Same thing with the illegal lot. Illegal lot, they're trying to get an inch.
They're trying to do it. Look, as long as they don't get caught, it's calm, right?
So if everyone's trying to, because a substance could be legal this year, next year, it's on the ban list.
Shout out to Manny Pacquiao.
Look, it could be legal one year, then on the bans list next year. And then we're saying that's disgusting. When it's been legal for 20 years.
Yeah.
So all you illegal lot, go do your thing. If even though morally we're not trying to see it, but we can start to question the whole sport of boxing, and which is what's happening now. We're questioning the sport of boxing after 2-3 great weeks. It's in a sad place again now.
And it's funny because in fact it doesn't just apply to boxing. I've spoken to many athletes who, claim that their sport is the same in terms of, I saw something that they reckon like 50% in all professional sports, 50% of the athletes in all professional sports are probably dirty. Like it's rife in all sports in terms of people trying to get the advantage illegally and get away with it if they can. It's crazy. So it doesn't just apply to boxing, but it's a shame, as you say, Flowz, that we've had those 2 amazing weeks or whatever, and now obviously AJ still is one of the biggest names in boxing. He is the cash cow, or one of the cash cows. It has to be his fight that unfortunately, takes us a step back, which is a big shame. Yeah, man. Like I said, this was Dillian's chance of, obviously technically it's their rubber match, But in the pros, obviously, it's his chance of revenge and stuff like. Again, we're probably not gonna get the gloves rough now because you obviously know the Jerome Miller one never came out. We never got that, and this is not gonna come out as well because the fight's done. So I'm sure there was some gems and some funny stuff in there. I'm not gonna get that either. It just puts a real spanner in the works for a lot of things, which is a big shame.
Look, I was talking to people this week, and I was like, look, the heavyweight division really just got moving in the last month in terms of fights being made.
Yeah,
and it's been a damn year for the heavyweight division.
Horrible division. It's a boring division.
It's shocking. They're all in it for paydays. They don't look. We were in line to have the undisputed fight with Tyson Fury and Usyk.
Yeah,
we were in line to get AJ versus Wilder.
Yeah.
Now look at what we have. We have Fury versus an MMA fighter in Ngannou. Let me give respect to Ngannou. We have Usyk v Dubois. And Ruiz and Wilder have been negotiated for 6 months with no intention of fighting.
Don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Look, AJ told us he's fighting 3 times this year. He's fought once, and he's only going to fight once.
Yeah.
It looks like he's only going to fight once.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to back that he's going to fight once. We didn't want Wilder v AJ. They gave it to us.
Yeah.
Even though he said he's going to fight in July, they gave it to us in August now.
Yeah.
And now, look, it's a damning year for the heavyweight division, and I'm not interested in it anymore. I'm not.
It's facts, Flowz. I haven't been interested. I've been telling people that to me, the heavyweight division is driest and the worst division right now because of just how they're moving. It's the most political division at the moment. Like I said, a large part, Tyson Fury is a big part of it, really, in terms of the blame. But it's not just him, and it's very, very jarring. And I'm more focused and I care more about the lower weights. I've been saying it. Look, 135 to 147 is really where it's at for me right now. And it's a shame because obviously, as we know, the heavyweight division is historically the glamour division. It's where all the money is. It's where all the eyes tend to be. So, man, these big boys got to sort it out. They all have to sort it out. I can't lie. And yeah, until we get more information, unfortunately, Whyte, the backlash you're going to receive is going to be hot, and you have to deal with that until we get more information. You're going to have to hold that, big man. Legit. Yeah, man. Damn.
Yeah, it's damning. Look, you can don't move like Ben moved. Is my advice. Just go quiet because you. To be fair, he's used to controversy at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, until we get more information, I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah.
But they're killing him right now. Let's hope he does bust case. Let's hope they can't even make the fight happen. Let's hope it was a mistake. But even then, it's still not a good look.
Well, as you said, anyways, we weren't really interested in this. Let's be honest, we weren't really tuning into this fight regardless. I didn't really care to see Dillian Whyte AJ again. Obviously, I'm tuning in because I have to tune in. But this wasn't something that we were clamoring for, right? We didn't want that really too tough. But we don't want to see it end like this in terms of a cancellation and someone getting pinged for failed drugs test. Like, yeah.
So wait, is Chisora AJ more interested to you or
no? That's not interesting. I don't want to see that either. I rather not see that
Chisora to retire.
I don't want to see Chisora. Chisora keeps getting these paydays and he keeps getting because I guess fans love seeing him because he's the cult hero, like I said. But I don't care about Chisora AJ either. Yeah. I don't know who I want AJ to fight in terms of the sort of the type of opponent. The opponent that's going to make him get his confidence back. That's still decent. I've been calling for Wallin as a good opponent for AJ. Yeah, but I know you've been calling for King Kong Ortiz as the opponent you want to see him fight. In another, by the way, another well-known drugs cheat. Another one that's been pinned multiple times. Oh man. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's the heavyweights that gets pinged the most. I swear, boy.
Yeah,
I thought, like I said, you met Whyte a couple times, Povetkin, King Kong Ortiz, Pulev. There's more. There's definitely more. Miller.
What the Tyson Fury was cocaine, wasn't it? Or something.
Yeah. Hey, it could be. Hey, it might be before. Hey, some people that's like before the hearts are still.
Yeah,
but true. Yeah, the heavyweights. A couple of them have been pinged, man. A couple of them. So it's not good, man. It's not a good look, boy. But yeah, that's the AJ Whyte breakdown. It's a non-starter, I'm afraid, listeners. Yeah, it sucks if you're looking forward to that, but yeah, we'll see what happens. What's going to go ahead with the card will go ahead. I suspect it will Flowz. But yeah, we don't know what capacity that's going to be yet. We haven't got any more information yet. We're still in the dark about this. So yeah, obviously we'll update you in due course, listeners. Flowz, touch upon, might as well mention a couple fights that went down on the weekend. Two really. We're definitely not going to break down Jake Paul. What's his name? Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
But it might as well worth shouting out that, you know, Jake Paul returned to the form we told him to return to, and he's taken another MMA legend. He's taking another MMA legend scalp. So what? That's 5 MMA fighters he's beat up now, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Jake Paul, keep doing what you're doing. Keep beating up these MMA lot. Keep dragging them, keep knocking down the legends and beat them up, man. Great formula, perfect formula.
Yeah, you should stick to that.
I saw you drop Nate as well. Like, yeah, look, I don't know if you was thinking that Nate Diaz was like, Nate Diaz shouldn't be allowed in any ring. Have you heard him talk, Flowz?
Yeah,
it's actually peak. He can barely string words together. It's bad. I don't know how he passed any health checks in that, but he shouldn't be allowed in any ring. There's going to be always
scar tissue over his face,
bro. Yeah. It's bad. He should not be allowed in any rings whatsoever. I don't know how people. Well, I know Jake would have been favorite, but people. I saw some comments. People saying that, you know, if anyone could do it, it's Nate. He's tough as boots and whatnot. Come on, man, get real. Never gonna happen. None of these MMA lot are going to beat Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But keep sending them if you think they can do it. Keep doing it. But it's worth talking about a fight on the card, a proper boxing fight. Amanda Serrano, Heather Hardy, the rematch. What do you say, Flowz? Another barnstormer? Barnstormer women's fight?
Yeah. I think what Jake Paul is doing, why I give him credit, he's putting on a great platform for Amanda Serrano, because she's exceptional, great talent. This was for her undisputed belt, I believe. At featherweight. I can't remember the weight, but and she won every round, but every round was competitive. Barnstormer, trading blows. The 10th round, magical, as we expect for a woman.
Yep.
Crowd was stood up applauding, just cracking for 2 minutes in the middle of the ring, trading, landing. But Amanda Serrano is special. She's got great punch selection, great power in her shots.
Yeah.
Because every shot hurts you. That was a good fight to watch. I didn't watch the Nate Diaz Jake Paul fight. I saw the highlights of that one, but
of course not.
Serrano and Hardy
stole the show.
Yeah, credit to Hardy, because she could have been out of there after 2 or 3, but she stayed in there, had a cut, busted eye. At 10th round, she was fighting the chair saying, "Let's go." So great fight, man.
I respect Serrano as well, because I remember saying, like, because I think people were questioning why her, as in Hardy, since she's already beaten her. Because this was a voluntary, and she was like, you know, Hardy gave me a shot earlier on in my career, and she felt like I think the two of them are like they're on good terms. Obviously, they're mates kind of thing. So she was like, you know, she gave me a shot earlier in my career, which kind of propelled me into something big. So I felt like, you know, it's good to return the favor. I know that she'll come to fight and come forward and give an exciting fight, which is why she wanted her as a voluntary, which is nice of her, you know, gave her a shot and whatnot. Flowz, obviously with Katie Taylor locked into a rematch with Chantel Cameron. What are we saying? Should we see Baumgardner fight Serrano? Is that really what's logical next up, really?
I'd love to see it.
I know Alicia's been talking. So yeah. For me, that's what I want next between those two. I want Serrano and Baumgardner. I'm trying to see that.
Yeah.
That will be a sensational fight, man.
It's a great fight. So make it happen. Naturally.
It will. Flowz, we ain't even going to make it happen. It's going to happen. Women, they don't play, man. They get it cracking. I suspect that fight will be coming real soon, and I'll be there. No matter what, I'll be there.
Both on the zone. So you think women don't duck and dodge. There's no politics,
bro.
They get cracking.
Even if she was on an arrival, I already know it's gonna be. So hopefully that's next. Serrano, Baumgartner. We can't wait to bring that one for you. But yeah, Flowz, I think we can wrap it up there. Short one, unfortunately, due to the news with Dillian Whyte. You got anything further to add, Flowz? I can't remember what's sort of been in the boxing news. Obviously, the big news was the Whyte cancellation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure something got announced actually, but I can't remember it right now.
Catterall Linares got announced.
Oh yeah,
it's a good fight.
That's a good fight. Yeah.
Other than Devin Haney and Shakur going back and forth,
they've been going back and forth for months now, man. It's actually kind of boring at the moment now.
Yeah, I think people are getting onto Shakur still, but
yeah, I can't lie, Flowz. It's kind of deserved. He's our guy, but we've got to be fair. It's deserved.
Yeah, it's deserved. They're talking, and it's not adding up. I can't lie, it's not adding up.
He should have taken 25. I can't lie. He should have taken it, but yeah, obviously Haney progress is basically all but confirmed. I think Flowz, smart move from Haney. Very smart move from Haney. See if you can get as many belts up there as you can. Because I think he loses to Shakur at 135. And 140 is easier for him to make, more comfortable with that weight. He can beat Prograis. Maybe set up then a mega fight with Teofimo. Or if he wants to go straight for Rolly, that's easy work for him as well. Then set up that fight with Teofimo, I don't know. But yeah, I think definitely 140, chilling there as long as he can. Shakur will follow him up anyways at some point. So yeah. And they're trying to shop Teofimo. No, they're trying to shop Shakur Loma as to fight for the interim, obviously. No, yeah. Because if Loma, I think WBC are going to strip Haney if he moves up officially.
No, what if they've made him champion in recess?
Made him champion in recess. That's the one, yes.
Yeah, that's what they've
done.
So
then he can come back down if he wants to and then defend or for
to get so I think Loma Shakur is a great fight. Haney Prograis is a great fight. So I'm happy with the way that's been set up. And just to add as well, just reminded me, Tim Tszyu will be elevated to
full-time champion.
Yeah, with Mel Chano fighting Canelo.
Yeah,
which is fair. I think it's very fair for.
He's been waiting a long ass time, as you said last week. Flowz on the pod. Tim's been waiting for ages. So that's yeah. I can't lie, Flowz. She's might as well. I'm still reeling from Spence Crawford, bro.
Yeah, while we're
here. All week, bro, I've just been watching. I refuse to watch the actual fight again.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm just been watching videos, obviously, of the people reacting, as in the boxing heads reacting, as in the trainers, the actual fighters, Porter's reaction and stuff, Roy Jones's reaction, and just soaking in everybody's reaction to the fight and whatnot. And yeah, man, it's still just bad to me. But I'm really intrigued. I'm trying to find the reaction from the Charlo camp and basically the PBC Lots camp. Because that's what I've been refreshing each day. I'm trying to see what the Charles are saying and tanking them, man. So but I'm not really getting it yet. So we'll see. They can't stay silent forever.
Right now, Derek James is getting a lot of heat. They're killing him.
Bare heat. Do you see the clip they circulated the other day about him saying, "Oh, the switch hitting thing is rubbish and pointless and all that kind of stuff," and like athleticism is what rules really. Yeah, man, they're killing him. They're killing Derek James. That's the reigning trainer of the year.
Yeah, trainer of the year. I told you, Tarver was killing him.
Yep. Yeah, Tarver was pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't watch it again because it built up a fight for so long. It's meant to be 50-50. And I'm even like a Spence. I don't prefer Spence to Crawford.
You're back in the middle. Yeah.
But the fact that you just watched him like that, it's like damning, man. It's damning. And to all the people, you know what I said to all the people who said, Caviar looks, what's his name? Me Machine done better.
Bro, they said Jeff Hall did better.
Look, I'm telling you for a fact, Crawford didn't take any of them as serious as he took Spence.
Facts.
He didn't take any of them as serious as he took Spence. He knew what Spence 100%. Was, and he remained focused that whole fight.
That's the most focus you've ever seen Terence Crawford. Yeah. I promise you. We've never seen that focus before. Which is scary to show what he can really do. But
yeah. And show that much respect for his opponent that he's not gonna, because we talked about chip on his shoulder. He showed no chip on his shoulder there.
Yeah.
I've seen Crawford hurt someone. They
You
just
said
drop his
Gamboa,
hands.
hands down, he was flexing and he got caught.
And got caught.
Yeah.
At no point did he put his hands down against Spence and
never.
get cocky with it.
That thing was there throughout.
And at no point did he think, okay, I'm just going to trade with you.
Yeah.
See, he was focused. So
yeah.
He was playing with his food all those fights. This one 100%. Seriously.
100%. That is factual. Kell Porter was the biggest one. Like, we were saying fight the Porter fight, that Terrence actually got another gear, but he's not really showing it. He's engaging Porter. He's playing around with him. Remember, he was smiling. He kept smiling there when they were trading. Grinning.
I thought he was winning. So when he heard he was losing, he couldn't believe it.
That's when he went. He said, "Cool, let me focus for this 10 seconds," and he saw the result. But throughout that fight against Porter, he was He was grinning throughout the exchanges, egging him on, smiling.
And Porter was serious. Porter was trying. Crawford went trying.
Nah, Crawford is so rude. To be on such another level is crazy. But yeah, definitely. I agree with that, Flowz. That is real talk, real spit. That Crawford is the most focused he's ever been against Errol Spence. And that's what we saw. But yeah, man, let's call it a day there, Flowz. Nice, quick, easy one for the listeners. It's been episode 154 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, head over to the streaming platforms, subscribe, like, keep supporting. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
7, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.